Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome.
Buenas tardes todos, bienvenidos, bienvenidos.
Thank you for bringing your light to join with all the lights.
Gracias por traer su luz a unirse a todas las luces.
So these sessions are a deep dive into really looking at what is guidance.
Esta sesión es ir profundo a ver qué está en guía.
And being really honest with ourselves. Am I following guidance in whatever activity I'm choosing right now?
Y si estoy siguiendo la guía en cualquier actividad que esté haciendo en estos momentos.
And as Jesus has shared through Kay, like at our last guidance session,
Y Jesús compartió a través de Kay en la pasada sesión.
it's real easy to fool ourselves in thinking we're following guidance because we're doing what we want to do, I want to do.
Y es fácil que nos engañemos a nosotros mismos porque queremos hacer lo que nosotros queremos hacer.
So we're going to practice with ourselves,
Vamos a practicar con nosotros
with each other,
y con cada uno de ustedes, de todos.
yes. So when we're sharing, we want to ask Jesus to have us speak with honesty and hear his voice as clearly as we can.
Y cuando estemos hablando vamos a ir preguntándole a Jesús para que Él sea el que hable que nos ayude a hablar lo más claro que sea posible.
And this is practice in listening to each other.
Y esto también es practicar escucharnos entre nosotros.
Jesus, is this the truth?
Jesús, ¿esta es la verdad?
Is this the choice that you are guiding us to make?
¿Esta es la opción que tú me estás guiando a que yo tome?
We're not going to share what we may hear from each other, about each other.
Say again?
We're not going to share what Jesus may be telling us about what someone else is saying.
Ok, Jesús o sea, no vamos a compartir lo que nos está diciendo Jesús acerca de lo que alguien comparte.
We do want to check in and see, do I need to go deeper?
Solo estamos mirando, haciéndolo para ver si necesitamos ir más profundo.
I thought this, and this was taking place.
Y yo pensé que esto y esto y esto se estaba llevando a cabo.
And Jesus, do I need to look deeper?
¿Necesito ir más profundo?
So this is a time together to listen to each other.
Entonces esto es un tiempo para escucharnos a nosotros.
It's a time to join in the light and contemplation.
Es un momento para unirnos en la luz y contemplar.
And it's a time for honesty of God.
Y es tiempo para la honestidad de Dios.
Okay, everybody ready?
Entonces, ¿todos listos?
Let's dive in. I'm going to dive in with a doozy here.
Vamos a irnos profundo.
So Jesus gave me an assignment, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago.
Jesús me dio una asignación hace como 3 meses más o menos.
And I've been delaying doing that assignment.
Y yo he venido retrasando hacer esa asignación.
Let's see, Jesus, let me just check in here what's most useful to say next for the healing of my mind and a service to the whole.
Y entonces estoy chequeando con Jesús a ver qué es lo más útil para hablar ahora mismo que sea para el servicio de todos.
At some level of my mind, I made the choice to delay.
En algún nivel de mi mente tomé la decisión de retrasar.
Now, without telling you tons of stories, there were all kinds of reasons.
Y entonces, sin decirles muchas historias, pero voy a decir 2 razones.
Which for the Mary character were very valid.
Porque para el personaje de Mary esto es muy violento. ¿Violento?
Valid.
Valioso.
True. Yeah.
Okay, es la verdad.
So was I following guidance in delaying this assignment?
Porque estaba retrasando esta asignación.
No, I was not.
y no la estaba retrasando.
And I had to join to see that.
Y ella creyó que no la estaba retrasando y tuvo entonces que unirse.
And what Jesus was telling me
Y lo que Jesús me estaba diciendo,
is that I thought I could do it on my own without him.
lo que me dijo era que yo la podía hacer creía que yo podía hacerla por mi cuenta sin él.
And he was also telling me that I was determined to hang on to my control of time and space.
Y también de que quería tener bajo mi control el tiempo y el espacio.
So what he's showing me
Lo que me estaba mostrando
is that unless I'm willing to step into what seems to be guidance, but I was not following the right voice, unless I'm willing to look at that,
entonces cuando me mantengo mirando, aunque no hubiese estado siguiendo la guía,
then it's as if I keep spinning my wheels. I keep repeating the same thing.
Me mantengo repitiendo lo mismo.
That same pattern of thinking, Mary has too much to do.
Entonces el mismo patrón de Mary tiene muchas cosas que hacer.
There's not enough time.
No hay suficiente tiempo.
And when I joined with a partner to look at this, I saw that had been running me all of my life.
Y cuando me vi esto con mi compañera, me di cuenta que esto es una costumbre que tengo.
So I restarted the project this afternoon.
Y entonces decidí recomenzar el proyecto esta tarde.
And my $2,500 computer is going out on me. My computer is not working properly.
Y mi computador no está funcionando apropiadamente.
And we had a thunderstorm and the internet connection was iffy, back and forth.
Entonces tuvimos algunos problemas de conexión que iba y volvía.
And I got through one section.
Y pude trabajar una sesión.
And I'm asking Jesus, was I talking to him throughout that?
Y estuve hablando con Jesús a través de todo eso.
And I'm hearing for most of it. For most of it I was.
Y lo que escucho fue que por gran parte del tiempo lo estuve haciendo.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Okay, anyone else want to share here?
Nancy has a hand up.
Yeah, anyone else here want to share? No one else here seems to be ready to share. Lena? Lena's saying, in a minute, in a minute.
Lina está diciendo que un minuto.
Nancy won.
Okay, I got it. I'm asking you first. Okay, Nancy.
Entonces vamos, Nancy.
Yes. I delayed on a project this week.
Retrasé un proyecto esta semana.
On Wednesday morning, I asked Jesus if I could go to the pharmacy and the health food store, and he said, no, you need to pack.
Y entonces yo le pregunté a Jesús que si podía ir a la droguería y a la frutería, something like that. Almacén. Y él me dijo que no, que tenía que empacar.
Did I do that right away? No.
Y si lo hice inmediatamente, no.
Instead, I walked out to my car and said, oh, come on, Jesus, it's such a pretty day.
Y entonces caminé hacia mi carro. You walk to your car and what? Sorry? What did
It's
you say?
such a pretty day.
Y fue un hermoso día. Y era un hermoso día.
Jesus said, I want you to pack.
Y Jesús me dijo, yo quiero que empaques.
I stayed out for probably 10 minutes doodling around my car.
Y estuve como por 10 minutos pensándolo en mi carro.
He was on my back the whole time.
Y él estuvo a mi espalda todo el tiempo.
Saying it's time for you to pack.
Es tiempo que empaques.
I finally went inside,
Entonces finalmente
doodled around some more,
estuve un tiempo más.
and then I asked him, Jesus, will you please help me pack? Because I have a lot of resistance to packing.
Entonces le dije, Jesús, ¿me ayudarías a empacar? Porque tengo mucha resistencia a empacar.
And he said, yes, I'll help you pack.
Y entonces me dijo, sí, yo te ayudo a empacar.
He did, and the packing went very easily and quickly.
Y entonces él me ayudó y la empacada fue muy fácil y rápida.
There was no resistance.
Y no hubo resistencia.
And at the end, I was very grateful to Jesus
Y entonces al final estuve muy agradecida con Jesús
for helping me on this.
por ayudarme en esto.
And I even talked with Mary about this.
Ni siquiera he hablado con Mary acerca de esto.
I did not realize how sporadic my attention to guidance really was.
Y no me he dado cuenta lo esporádica que es mi atención a la guía.
And I didn't realize how easy it would be with the Jesus help.
Y no me he dado cuenta lo fácil que es hacer las cosas con Jesús.
So thank you.
Thanks, Nancy. Beautiful.
Hermoso, Nancy. Gracias.
Congratulations.
Felicitaciones.
Thank you.
We can all soak that in. What a difference what the contrast is between when we're following and when we're not.
Sí, cómo es de diferente el contraste cuando seguimos y cuando no seguimos.
Okay, we have Lena, and I'm going to switch cameras. Watch this, folks. Okay. Let me get in the right place. There we have Lena.
Maybe light.
Oh, let me turn the light on here, see if that'll help.
Hola a todos, buenas noches.
Hi everyone, good evening.
Yo le estaba preguntando a Jesús qué quiere que comparta
I was asking Jesus what to share tonight.
y tuvimos varias semanas revisando el libro de Jesús un nuevo convenio
And we were checking the book Jesus as a New Covenant for a few weeks,
la versión en español.
the Spanish version.
Y realmente nada más habría que revisar cosas pormenores como puntos y aparte, comas, mayúsculas, cosas así.
It was just a few things to check, like capital words, commas, and periods, and that kind of things.
Y a mí se me dio por agregar algunas palabras,
And I decided to change a few words,
como quererlas cambiar.
like yes, change it.
Y realmente yo no me di cuenta que estaba haciendo eso,
I didn't realize that I was doing that
sino que hasta que Jesús me dijo,
until Jesus told me,
Lina, con ese deseo de superioridad que estás sanando, ¿no será que te estás equivocando?
with that desire that you are working on, the desire for superiority, don't you think you are making a mistake with these corrections? Yes.
Y en ese momento, inmediatamente cuando hago la introspección de preguntarle a Jesús,
And in that moment when I go inside with Jesus,
oh sorpresa, ahí estaba el deseo.
oh surprise, the desire was there.
Así es que me estaba negando el amor.
So that's why I was denying the love.
Por eso es tan importante mirar los deseos hasta el final.
That's why it's so important to go fully to the roof of the desires.
O por lo menos estar despejado cuando vas a hacer un tipo de función así para que no te meta gol el ego.
Or at least to have release a lot this kind of desires, because the ego wants to give us a goal. Give us, I don't know, goal, like football. What do you call that? What is football? I don't know.
Tal vez Lisbeth.
Penalty?
¿Cómo? A penalty. Yes, a penalty. Yes, that's the word. A penalty.
Penalty, okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Y entonces comencé a mirar con Jesús porque era necesario.
So I started to look with Jesus because it was necessary.
Para terminar de hacer mi función, porque tenía que orar con Él para ver qué era realmente lo que sí quería que Él hiciera y lo que no.
And to finish this assignment, because I need to check with him what he wants me to change and what's not.
Porque lo que buscamos es una acción inspirada.
Because what we need or what we want is an inspiring
Acción inspirada.
an inspiring action.
Eso era lo que quería compartir. Gracias.
That's I want to share.
Thank you, Lena.
Gracias, Lina.
Okay, David, you're up next.
David, tú eres el siguiente.
Okay, I guess I'm being a little caught off guard here.
What?
Caught
Well,
off guard, surprise.
Okay, okay, se siente un poco sorprendido.
I just saw the instructions for this evening about 15 minutes before the session started.
Entonces yo miré las instrucciones para 15 minutos antes de comenzar la sesión.
But what I see happening for me
Lo que ha estado pasando para mí
is that I am really focused and committed to the letting go of desires.
Entonces he estado enfocado a dejar ir los deseos, a liberarlos.
And when I'm joining with a partner or multiple,
Pero cuando me uno con mi compañera o múltiples, o las reuniones múltiples,
I believe I'm hearing Jesus's voice, although I'm not 100% sure.
creo que estoy escuchando a Jesús, aunque no estoy 100% seguro.
But when I'm by myself and I ask for guidance, I don't feel like I am hearing instructions.
Pero cuando se trata de mis decisiones, no siento que escuche las instrucciones de Jesús.
So I'm sure there is the desire, I know there's the desire not to hear his voice.
Yo sé que es el deseo de no escuchar su voz.
And I am not really high on patience.
Y como que no es muy bueno para tener paciencia.
So I have made up the excuse in my mind that I will keep working on this diligently.
Y entonces mi excusa en la mente es que voy a estar trabajando diligentemente.
And as I am able to start hearing his voice, I will follow guidance.
Entonces que cuando comience a escuchar su voz voy a seguir la guía.
Okay. David. Let's see what Jesus is saying here.
Vamos a ver qué dice Jesús aquí. Muy-
Okay, let's all just get quiet and go within.
Vamos a quietarnos todos y vamos a ir al interior.
And you don't need to respond to this, but is David hearing the voice of God?
Entonces la pregunta es, David, ¿está escuchando la voz de Dios? I hear yes.
We all heard yes here, David.
Wow.
Great.
Just so you know, you got
Guilty.
you got the stamp of approval here.
Tienes aquí una aprobación.
I heard yes too.
I did too.
Wow.
All right, David. There's no way out. You're hearing the voice.
No hay camino de salida, David, de escuchar la voz.
And what I'm hearing, and the experience here has been that we all hear the voice a whole lot more than we think we do. I just discount it.
Y lo que tenemos aquí por experiencia es que normalmente escuchamos la voz más de lo que creemos y lo tomamos por descontado.
And I know you've heard this many times. The ego's main goal is to discount the voice.
Y entonces el ego quiere meter el gol y and what was the last part?
To discredit or
Para desacreditar esto.
and so let me just see, I'm hearing some other stuff here, hang on.
Un momento, vamos a ver qué más viene.
What I'm hearing is that like we all hear from each other in these sessions on Sunday evenings and Thursday evenings.
Y lo que veo por las sesiones que tenemos los jueves y los y los domingos,
When we start asking before we make a choice or take action, when we stop and pause,
que nosotros a veces tomamos la decisión antes de parar
and ask, what is the guidance here?
y preguntar cuál es la guía aquí,
What's most useful for healing my mind?
cuál es lo más útil para la sanación de la mente,
And just stay in that place for a moment.
y mantenerse en ese lugar por un momento.
And I don't know if you put up reminders for yourself, David, around like sticky notes or, tattooing it on your left arm or something like that.
Y se trata como que nos tatuemos en el brazo.
Ask Jesus.
Pregúntale a Jesús. It is or no?
Yes, ask Jesus. Ask Jesus right now.
We have to tattoo.
Yes, a tattoo.
Ok, parece que tenemos que tatuarnos como si nos tatuáramos en el brazo. Tengo que preguntar a Jesús.
And then the second thing I'm hearing, and here again, there's some, I've heard all of this so many times, but it just like sinks in maybe a little bit more and then a little bit more the more I practice it.
Y lo que veo es que entre más se practica, what about the practice? Sorry.
And that the more I practice asking.
Entre más practico preguntar.
And that's join with someone, especially if it seems like you're stuck.
Y de unirse con alguien cuando sientes que estás atascado.
The ego seems to want to make this all so complicated.
El ego quiere hacer esto muy complicado.
And it seems like it just gets simpler and simpler.
Y comienza a volverse más simple y más simple.
And he also says, and I can't quite bring back the words,
Incluso dice, aunque no puedo traer las palabras,
that the more we learn to ask
que entre más preguntamos
and listen and follow,
y escuchamos y seguimos,
the more confident we become
más confidentes nos sentimos
in the truth.
en la verdad.
And I kind of feel like, wow, we've heard all this so much,
Y hay una parte como que dice, yo he escuchado eso mucho,
and maybe it helps to hear it again.
pero creo que es útil escucharlo nuevamente.
Anything else, David?
¿Algo más, David?
The word patience keeps coming up,
La palabra paciencia me vuelve a surgir.
and to, as you're saying, to really be committed to ask and have patience
Cuando dices que estar comprometido a preguntar
and listen.
y tener paciencia y escuchar.
Do you have someone or a couple of people that you call partners, mighty companions?
L is my partner.
Okay.
Entonces le está preguntando a Mary que si llama a algunos compañeros y David dice que él es su compañera.
Sometimes it can go very quickly,
Algunas veces puede ser muy rápido
and sometimes it seems to take a little longer.
y algunas veces parece requerir un tiempo más.
So we have had great chapter 20 joinings.
Hemos tenido unas sesiones de capítulo 20 muy buenas.
And I think the part that I get caught up with
Y creo que la parte en la que me siento cómodo
is thinking I need to ask Jesus for every single little thing I do once I get out of bed.
y la parte donde me siento como limitado es cuando tengo que preguntar a Jesús por cada cosa que hago.
And that's what gets me stuck. Do I have a drink of water? Do I make coffee? Should I sit down? I mean, I don't know.
Y todas estas cosas como puedo tomar agua, puedo tomarme un café, no sé.
Okay, let's ask. Jesus, how do I ask you for every little thing? Is that your guidance?
Vamos a preguntar entonces, Jesús, ¿debo preguntarte por cada pequeña cosa? Yes.
Yeah, David, we're all hearing yes here.
Wow.
Okay, so, but what I'm also hearing, David, is that it doesn't have to be real laborious, real difficult.
Y lo que también escuchamos, David, es que no tiene que ser laborioso, complicado.
It can be a little simpler than, do I do this now? Do I do this now?
Como hago esto ahora, hago esto ahora.
It's almost like a yes or a no when you reach for the coffee or whatever.
Y es como un sí y un no cuando tomas el café.
Actually,
o lo
it's
que sea.
before you reach for the coffee, because if you reach for the coffee, you've already decided you're going for it.
Antes de coger tu café, porque si lo coges ya de por sí habrías decidido antes.
The thing is that at first it seems so laborious, it seems so much effort is needed.
En un principio parece muy laborioso, parece que se requiere mucha, como muy dispendioso.
And then it's been, it just gets a little bit easier, especially when we're releasing all these desires, so there's more spaciousness for that voice to be heard.
Entonces, pero se va volviendo más fácil cuando vas liberando todos estos deseos porque abres más espacio a esta voz para que escucharla.
And Jesus will also give us guidance to focus on the light within.
Y Jesús nos da la guía de enfocarnos en la luz interior.
And this also provides the ease to listen and hear.
Y provides what?
It also provides the ease, the easiness to hear.
Y él incluso provee la facilidad para escucharlo.
Is anyone else hearing anything they want to share in this?
¿Alguien más escucha algo que quiera compartir de esto?
We'll see what others want to share too. It always is amazing how the message will come through someone else.
Y es maravilloso cuando el mensaje viene a través de otros también. Evangelina, here than next person. Next.
Anything else, David?
No, I just need to be diligent. I see that. So thank you.
Siento que necesito ser un diligente, puedo ver eso. Gracias.
Thank you, David.
Gracias, David.
Elle, what are you hearing? What are you sharing?
I'm sharing that today, after the morning circle,
Quiero compartir que esta mañana, después de la sesión, el círculo de la mañana,
I felt the miracle,
sintió el milagro.
but I had a bit of a grievance
Pero tenía muchos agravios
that had happened at the beginning of the circle.
de lo que pasó al comienzo del círculo.
And I immediately thought of that.
Y cuando estaba pensando en eso,
As I transitioned
acerca de la transición,
from the circle to what I was going to do.
la transición de lo del círculo y lo que ella iba a hacer.
And I heard, don't go down the rabbit hole.
Y escuché, no vayas al hueco la madriguera del conejo.
Go to the light.
Ve a la luz.
I laid down on my bed.
Entonces me recosté en la cama
For 3 hours.
por 3 horas.
And basically the entire time,
Y básicamente todo el tiempo
I was just with Jesus and with the light.
estuve con Jesús y en la luz.
First time ever.
Primera vez en la vida.
My mind was not full of to-dos.
Y mi mente no estaba llena de haceres.
It's never happened before.
Nunca había pasado eso antes.
I did read a little bit of the book, Jesus, A New Covenant, about light.
Y leí un poquito acerca del curso del libro Jesús, un nuevo convenio, acerca de la luz.
I was just simply amazed. My mind has never been so clear of, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that.
Y mi mente nunca había estado tan clara de debería hacer esto, debería hacer lo otro.
So it's a success story.
Es una historia
Incredible.
exitosa, increíble. Beautiful.
Gracias.
Thank you, El.
Thank you.
And it continued through, like, my whole day went quite different than it usually does.
Hmm.
Y mi día continuó siendo muy diferente a lo que normalmente es.
And I went back into the light for a couple hours later on in the afternoon.
Y entonces volví a la luz unas horas después en la tarde.
Thank you for listening.
And everything's shifting, huh?
Y gracias por escucharnos.
Yep.
Thank you, El. Thank you. That
Gracias,
was
El.
beautiful.
Hermoso.
That lifts us all up.
Eso nos lleva a todos hacia arriba.
There's this saying, the tide lifts all boats.
What?
The tide, when the tide rises, it lifts everyone. And when
Okay.
any one of us have these experiences, we
Sí.
all get lifted up.
Sí, todos somos elevados con estas experiencias.
Thank you.
Gracias.
I did bring
Y traje a mi Jesús.
it was with me in bed.
Para
Those 3 hours.
llevarlo a la cama.
Yeah. The Jesus Club.
El club de Jesús.
Okay. Philomena?
After that, I mean,
Después de eso.
You're next.
uh, well, I've had a difficult relationship that, very close 40-year-old relationship
Tengo una
that
difícil relación de 40 años.
that had a falling out,
What?
It,
that broke up
broke up.
Que terminó.
just before she got a stroke.
Just before what?
She suffered a stroke,
Heart.
she got
Okay. Justo antes de que tuviera un ataque.
so there was no closure, but I heard, I went and visited her and
Y escuché
Recon-
que fuera a visitarla.
and I go often, and every time I struggle, should I go, should I not go, should I go, should I not go?
Y entonces siempre voy a visitarla, pero te pregunto, ¿debo ir? No debo ir, ¿debo ir? No debo ir.
So today I was thinking, I asked Jesus, should I go?
Y entonces hoy estaba pensando, pregúntale a Jesús, ¿debería ir?
And he said, don't go.
Y escuché, no vayas.
And I knew that was guidance because I wasn't guided to go for some reason.
Y yo supe que esa era la guía y que si decía que no, era porque había alguna razón.
So I finally did what Jesus said and not did what I would have normally done. I would have gone despite it.
Y entonces finalmente hice lo que Jesús me dijo y diferente a lo que hubiese querido.
And
That's
were
it.
you, oh,
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I guess I'm hearing some of the questions on the guidance worksheet. Was this for the healing of your mind?
Entonces solo estoy preguntando, mirando las preguntas de la hoja de trabajo. ¿Esto es lo más útil para la sanación de la mente?
Yes, because I had resistance and I had to look at that before I went. I had to clear out a lot of stuff.
Entonces sí, porque antes de, digamos que tuve que limpiar mucho mi mente para esto.
And I've done a lot of work with Patty on this and
Y
on my,
mucho trabajo con Pari en esto.
but it's still there. It's just still there. I don't know what it is. So
Pero aún está ahí y no sé qué es.
It sounds like today was such a great example of when you hear no, you can just drop it like a hot potato.
Y esto es un gran ejemplo. Cuando Jesús dice no, simplemente suéltalo como una papa caliente.
When we hear Jesus clearly with a yes or a no, we can just rest at ease.
Y
Yeah.
cuando escuchamos el sí o el no de Jesús, simplemente podemos descansar en ello.
You know, the funny thing is, I was looking for a valid reason so that I could say, oh, I have this, therefore I'm not going. And I had a Zoom, I wanted to attend a Zoom call.
Entonces, pero yo estaba buscando razones para no ir. Tengo una reunión por Zoom, tengo que hacer esto.
And it got canceled.
Hmm.
¿Ah, what?
The Zoom conference, whatever session got canceled. So really, I had no other reason. I could go. I would have gone if I,
Mira,
yeah.
realmente no tenía ninguna otra razón. Podría haber ido.
Had I not listened to guidance, I would have gone because,
Si no hubiera escuchado la guía, hubiese ido.
yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Okay, I was going to call on, I was looking for her name, Anna Maria, but she popped off. Lisbeth, are you sharing with us today, Lisbeth?
Lisbeth, ¿veas
Happy
a
Holy Instant. Happy Holy Instant, yes. Feliz Instante Santo. Okay, I was asking Jesus if I can share some this. And he told me yes. Okay. Le estaba preguntando a Jesús si compartía esto y me dijo que sí. Okay. During this weekend, I was working in some special things. And when I came at home yesterday, I took a shower. Estuve trabajando este fin de semana y cuando regresé ayer en la tarde, tomé una ducha. When I was there, I always told Jesus, follow me. I don't want to do nothing by myself. Okay, when I finished everything, I was talking with Jesus and the shower. And at the moment, I felt something rapidly that I went out my body and I felt like other person, like a man, like a man. It's so strange and I couldn't move. And I asked immediately, Jesus, what does it mean? Because you are not a body, you are not Lisbeth, you are not anyone. You are only the Son of God. Yes. Wow. Ok, estaba en la ducha en ese momento conversando con Jesús a ver si lo había hecho a través de la guía, todo lo que había aparentemente hecho durante ese día. Y en un momento sentí que estaba fuera de mi cuerpo, no como una experiencia de mirarme hacia afuera, sino de que era como otra persona. Y me sentí incluso como que era un hombre y no era yo. Y no, yo decía, y le pregunté inmediatamente a Jesús en ese instante, Jesús, ¿qué significa esto? Y me dice que tú no eres Lisbeth, no eres hombre, no eres mujer. Eres simplemente el Hijo de Dios. Primera vez que siento o que experimento algo así, y escuchar lo que Jesús me decía me dejó de una sola pieza. It was the first time that I felt like this, and I put in one piece just my mind on silent. That's all that I want to share.
Lena, do you want to respond? Are you hearing anything? I'm not sure I caught all that.
Lina, ¿estás escuchando algo?
¿Que sí qué?
Que si estás escuchando algo,
¿Que si qué?
que si dijiste algo, que si estás escuchando algo. No,
¿De qué?
no.
Okay, I didn't catch all of that.
About this.
About Lisbeth, yeah, I didn't catch
Okay.
all of it.
She had an experience when she was having in the shower, and she go out of the body,
Oh,
and she asked immediately to Jesus, "What is this?" And Jesus showed her that, and she saw her like a man, her body like a man, and he showed her that you are not a man, you are not a woman, you are more than this, and more than you are the son, of God.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the story.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Thank you, Lisbeth. Renee. Renee, are you there? Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
You popped up in a different place.
Had to
Okay.
go back. Yeah, thank you for everyone sharing.
Gracias a todos por compartir.
Yeah, like Mary's saying, it is lifting. It's so uplifting to be in this joining.
Como dice Mary, esto nos eleva, y esto me eleva estar en esta unión.
And what I was hearing to share is he was showing me the simplicity and what Mary was saying about dropping the potato.
Y él me estaba mostrando la simplicidad y de soltar la papa caliente.
The guidance was to join with someone, and then I got caught up with someone else.
Entonces la guía era que
Conversing with someone
uniera
else.
con alguien. What?
And then so I just immediately was talking to Jesus, even though I could see that I didn't really want the answer at first. I was kind of like, I don't know, do I want to ask? Do I want to?
Y entonces
But I asked. I went ahead.
aunque no quería en un principio la respuesta de Jesús, sin embargo pregunté.
Yeah, I just went ahead and had that conversation, and he just was saying it, I was like, was I following or not? And he said, no, I was not following. And then that was it. It was like.
Entonces la conversación fue si estaba siguiendo o no siguiendo, y eso fue todo.
And so I did notice a couple times trying to kind of bring it back, and follow some thoughts about it or whatever, but I just kept coming back to, it was not guidance, and that's it. That's all I needed to know.
Y como que comencé a mirar, pero lo único que importaba era si estaba en guía o no.
Or it was not following, is what he was saying.
Si no estaba siguiendo o si estaba siguiendo o no estaba siguiendo.
So what Jesus was showing you was when he says no, just drop it.
Y lo que Jesús te estaba explicando cuando él te dijo que la soltaras.
Yeah, it was just like very simple, just asking, was this in guidance or not? Or was I following or not? And then his answer was like, no, this was not following. And then that's it. That's all I needed to know at that time for this particular thing.
Entonces, para este tema particular, lo importante fue que yo le pregunté a él si estaba siguiéndolo o no, y me dijo que no, pero fue como muy simplemente suéltalo.
Thank you, Renee.
Gracias, René.
Thank you.
Is that Minnie? How do you say her name?
Minnie.
Minnie? Minnie, would you like to share?
Minnie, ¿te gustaría compartir?
Virginia,
Virginia,
are you with us?
¿estás con nosotros?
Hola, hola, sí, pero prefiero compartir en otro momento, gracias.
Hi, yes, but I would like to share in another moment.
Okay, I think we're about at the end of our group here.
Entonces ya estamos al final de nuestra sesión aquí.
Mary, I have something else I can share if nobody else is going to.
Okay.
Tengo algo más que compartir.
So, two quick things.
Dos rápidas cosas, dos cosas rápidas.
I'm working on projects around my house because we're in the process of selling it.
Estoy trabajando en unos arreglos de mi casa porque estamos en proyecto de venderla.
And there's an old building structure that collapsed and needed to be cleaned out.
Y hay una parte de la construcción que colapsó y que tenemos que limpiar.
And this morning, I must admit, I asked Jesus,
Y esta mañana entonces le pregunté a Jesús,
should I work on clearing out that structure today?
y le pregunté si tenía que trabajar en esto hoy.
And the message that I got from him was,
Y el mensaje que recibí de él fue,
yes, and as you are clearing out the debris,
y entonces sí, y cuando estés levantando los ladrillos,
look at it as a symbol of clearing out the debris of your mind.
tómalo como un símbolo de lo que estás quitando los ladrillos de tu mente. Wow.
And then I was thinking while I was doing that, I was thinking about a grievance I've had with my sister.
Y entonces cuando estaba limpiando yo me iba pensando en los agravios que tengo con mi hermana.
Which Elle and I cleared up in our chapter 20 joining today.
Y que aclaramos hoy con él en nuestro capítulo 20.
And it was about the fact that she hasn't been calling me lately.
Y el tema era que ella no me había llamado últimamente.
And I asked Jesus if I should call her.
Y le pregunté a Jesús si debía llamarla.
And I heard him say, let her rest.
Y escuché, déjala descansar.
So she reached out to me later in the day.
Y entonces ella me llamó más tarde en el día. Wow.
So I just have to be willing to want to ask and listen.
Entonces debo estar simplemente dispuesto a preguntar y a escuchar. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Beautiful.
Thank you, David. Yeah, isn't it interesting when we think we're not listening, but we are?
Es muy interesante cuando creemos que no estamos escuchando, pero estamos escuchando.
And what I've also noticed is that I will talk with Jesus and hear what he says, and then it will fade right out of my mind. My mind is so used to listening to all the chatter.
Y entonces mi mente está muy acostumbrada a estar con esa charla ahí, con ese hablar ahí. What about that? Sorry, I lost.
And I will forget that I had this conversation with Jesus because all the chatter in my mind takes over.
Entonces, y me olvidaba de escuchar a Jesús, pero cuando se fue limpiado eso de mi mente.
So thank you, David. Thank you, everyone, for these beautiful reminders.
Gracias a todos, gracias por este maravilloso recordatorio.
And keep listening all week. I mean, save these up for us or whatever.
Y manténgase escuchando toda la semana.
And Elle and everyone, just save these up for us and share them. They're so beautiful to listen to. It's just beautiful.
Y gracias a él por esto que nos compartiste, muy hermoso.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Gracias, buenas noches a todos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Adiós.